Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch was part of a series of blue-dialed, steel-cased boutique exclusives launched by Glashütte Original in 2015. This is the Glashütte Original Senator Perpetual Calendar Blue Boutique Edition. So in steel, 42 millimeters in diameter, 13 millimeters thick, 48.5 millimeters lug-to-lug, with a 21 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. And by happy coincidence, this watch arrives to me with 2026 service documentation from the factory, so it's good to go for years on end. Thrown it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. The strap is very substantial, and it hasn't been broken in, so it's fairly stiff, and I'm pulling it tight, but your wrist won't look as strangled once the strap breaks in. Nevertheless, I could recommend this for a wrist my size or larger, so 16 centimeters circumference and up. It looks quite good, and being fairly thin with a sloped bezel, it will slide underneath a dress cuff. It's a dress watch, but in steel, it's a little bit more versatile. Let's call it more of an all-around dress watch. You don't need a special occasion, just a wrist. Taking a look at the strap, like I said, very high grade, very large, very symmetrical rectangular scales. This is always one of the best cuts of the animal, and you can see that money was spent on this strap. It's dark blue with a semi-gloss finish. You can see the edge is actually folded rather than cut and lacquered. We've got a monotone stitch, calfskin on the bottom, brand new Geo factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. Rolling around, we've got a folding clasp here. It is a snap-shut friction fit clasp, single fold with the Geo logo, and then a combination of polish and satin brushing externally. You can also see it uses a fixing screw to prevent the occasional but potentially catastrophic phenomenon of pull-through, where a strap pulls straight through a folding clasp and the watch drops, so they did think of everything. Taking a look at the case, it's not a notch lug like the Longa case, but we do have a distinct break between the lug profile and the case, so no one's going to ever mistake this for a Portugueser. We've got a little bit of a soft bevel on the edge of the lug, and you can see that we have many little adjuster nodes for correcting the calendar. I'm going to make one quick note about this tiny pusher, the lower one. That is a flyback hammer that will reset the seconds hand to 0. So if you want to reset that to 0, you just hit that trigger there. It does not have a conventional stop seconds. It has a 0 reset system based on a pusher. Now the watch has a bezel with several tiers. You can see the outer face, the conical profile, and then a flange adjacent to the sapphire. This dial is laboriously crafted at what was then the Glashütte Original factory for dials in Pforzheim, Germany. I believe after buying the Pforzheim facility, they moved it back to Glashütte, but at the time it was operating in the traditional jeweler's center of German craft arts, Pforzheim. And the process of making this dial was laborious, 40 different steps and many hours. So what you get in the end is this very soft opaline blue metallic sheen, almost like a soft blue chrome. It's really quite fetching. Taking a look too, you can see they had good taste to make the moon phase a contrasting color, but the calendar indications are all blue to match the dial. We have a chemin de fer, or a railroad track, for the seconds as well as the minutes. You can see the Geo logo is the counterweight. We have a lovely Assegai style hand for the minute, and then sort of a pear shape for the hour. Get a better look at those here. Sometimes this is also called a pomme or apple. And then we have radially arrayed Roman numerals, including a watchmaker's 4, and if you look carefully, a double disc panorama datum, or a big date. We also have a day-night indicator, so you know when not to use these pusher adjusters to jump the calendar indications. It is a perpetual calendar. No corrections necessary until the year 2100. The moon phase goes 122 years in between corrections. Germany's oldest large-scale watchmaker, Glashütte Original, traces its history back to 1845 and F.A. Lange himself. And F.A. Lange was the namesake of the later Lange und Söhne. What a lot of folks don't realize is that all of German fine watchmaking was actually aggregated into the GUB, the Glashütte Uhrenbetriebe, under the communists in the 1950s, basically the Glashütte watch factory. And of those companies combined under the single GUB banner, one was Glashütte Original and another was Lange und Söhne. And so what's important is that this company is the lineal successor to the original Lunga. The company we call Lunga today is a revival, brought about essentially from nothing more than its connection to Walter Lunga. But the legal successor to that original company, the one that has basically the lineage to boast back to 1845, it's actually this company. They make their own movements, they even make their own tools, and they have a museum, a watchmaking school, and a tool-making school, so they are very self-sufficient. This is a 50-meter water-resistant case, so more than a standard dress watch, but important to note, you still don't want to submerge it. The caliber here, it's the 100 series caliber. So this is the 100-02. If you look, automatic winding, there's 2 barrels, 55-hour power, 4 hertz beat rate. It's adjusted to 5 positions, which is the high horology and chronometer standard. You'll see it on COSC chronometers. You'll also see it on Lunga and Vacheron watches. 59 joules. It is really finely jeweled, extensively jeweled, too heavily jeweled in many regards. They exhausted every avenue to reduce friction in this movement. Now, although you can't easily see it, we have a screw-fixed swan's neck fine adjustment mechanism, so that regulator doesn't move much. Most of the timing adjustments are done using screws that are actually in the balance, so sort of like a free-sprung architecture. There's also a lot of fine finishing here. You can see this lovely solarization on the reduction wheel of the winding system. We have stripes, we have polished screws, we have snailing on the edge of the bridges and media blast on the base plate. It's a glorious German-made high horology complicated movement with lots to love. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.